Welcome in, guys, to the BenchWarmers podcast. I'm Noah Castor. To my right, we have Brandon Hudson, and across the table, we have my man Darren Kinslow. If you haven't subscribed already, be sure to do so and keep up with all the content on the channel. And with that, we're going to get right into our 2-minute drill. The Patriots were looking to clinch the AFC East against the Dolphins. They were up 33-28 with 7 seconds left, and then the Miami Miracle happened. Patriots lose to Dolphins in the last-minute lateral to Kenyon Drake. Rob Gronkowski tripping up on the 1-yard line, not able to tackle him. Chiefs beat the Ravens 27-24 in an overtime thriller. Raiders upset Steelers 24-21 as Big Ben left the game midway with an injured shoulder and returned to lose to probably the worst team in football. Cowboys beat the Eagles 29-23 in overtime with a deflected ball caught by Amari Cooper for the game-winning touchdown. The Bears defense continues to be dominant, holding the Rams to just 6 points. Bears beat Rams 15-6. Vikings struggles continue, losing to the Seahawks 21-7 as Russell Wilson only throws for 72 yards but still came out with the win. That concludes our 2-minute drill, and we're going to get a little bit more in-depth in the Week 14 recap, just talking about the big games, and we'll go right into the Patriots game. What did you guys think about that last play, putting Rob Gronkowski in there instead of, probably their best defensive player, Devin McCourty, on the sideline?
I didn't get to watch this game live.
Yeah, no, we were at the Chiefs-Ravens game. Yeah,
but I don't know what Belichick was thinking. It was a dumb decision by him. I don't think Ryan Tannehill with a sore shoulder, he's not going to throw it 70 yards down the field. And even if he is, even if that's what they were thinking, I don't get why you don't put Josh Gordon out there. Because whenever you're thinking of the Hail Mary or last play, you got to be thinking of the lateral too, which is what happened. And Josh Gordon would probably be able to tackle him with the speed, and he's got the height too, and the hands. I don't know.
And Rob Gronkowski was still not 100%.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The only reason he's out there is just to take up space. But, I mean...
I don't understand the decision. But ultimately...
That was just a rough game.
It shouldn't have been that close.
Yeah, no. I mean, there was 4 points left on the board by Gostkowski, and then at the end of the half, too, something you never see Brady do, taking the sack with no timeouts, like 7 seconds left.
He said he thought they had one timeout, and it was just a mental error, which you don't see by Tom Brady or the
out of all the years I've watched them, I've never seen them leave points on the field at the end of the half.
That's what makes the Patriots great. They never beat themselves, but they did that this game.
At the worst time.
Yeah, at the worst time. We were all at the Chiefs and Ravens game. What did you guys think of that one?
That was good.
That was
Mahomes again. Oh my gosh!
Just
the no-look pass.
I've never seen anything like it.
That was crazy.
Like, being a Green Bay Packers fan, you think you see it all with Aaron Rodgers, and then you watch this kid, and it's just on another level. It's insane what he's able to do with
But what I saw is with the the Chiefs, whenever they're going up against a defense that can limit that offense just a little bit, it doesn't really matter what kind of offense you have on the other side because the Chiefs' defense is horrible.
They're horrible. They were getting run on like crazy.
That's what it scares me about the playoffs for them.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, no, definitely.
But also coming up with the big play, taking it into overtime.
Yeah, no, it was a good win.
Yeah.
It makes me feel a little bit better about the Ravens, especially with the Steelers losing. I think the Ravens are going to take that division, honestly. Speaking of Steelers, the Raiders upset the Steelers 24-21. Big Ben left midway with an injury, but he came back, but it just wasn't enough.
Had a chance to tie it right.
Yep.
And the kicker slipped.
What about Juju's catch?
That was
back
that was an amazing.
That was crazy.
Yeah. Antonio Brown was basically shut down this whole game against a Raiders defense that is horrible. I don't know how that happens. The Steelers are just kind of looking dysfunctional at this point. I don't know what's going on.
I don't see them going anywhere in the playoffs if they keep playing like this. They have the stars. They have the team. It's just they can't get anything done in those big games.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is with the Steelers. They just can't. They just can't pull it through at the end. I don't know. Cowboys beat the Eagles 29-23. That overtime game with a deflection caught by Amari Cooper. A lot of people were banging on like the Amari Cooper trade, saying it was a bad trade, but
he has helped this team
it is
so
working
much.
out for the Cowboys. It really is. He's worth 2 first-rounders for the Cowboys team, honestly, and they only gave up 1. I think it was a good trade for them.
Yeah, the Cowboys, they look really good. The only problem is the below-average Dak Prescott. He's just not very good. Having Amari Cooper definitely helps, but, yeah, I don't know how far they can go with Dak.
And I don't get the narrative, oh, we just beat the defending Super Bowl champions. This isn't the same Eagles
This is
team.
not even close.
Not close to the same Eagles team. They have so many injuries on defense. Carson Wentz has been hurt all season. We just got news of a fracture in his back. So Nick Foles will be starting the next game. But do you want a cookie for beating up? You barely beat them, too, in overtime. And a touchdown was called back on offensive pass interference, which was a horrible call. It was a swim move by the tight end.
Yep.
The officiating in that game all around was horrible.
It was bad. The personal foul, the roughing the passer with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Where he just went down, took his knee, and then,
I don't know. Cowboys are a good team, but I don't see them doing much in the playoffs because the games that they've won, it's been very close.
Other than the Saints, but like beating the Eagles that.
They haven't done much. Amari Cooper has really helped, but I don't think it's going to be able to make Dak Prescott looking like an above-average quarterback. He's still Dak Prescott.
Yep.
Bears defense, just wow. I mean,
both defense. I mean, honestly,
both defenses, and that's what I wanted to see out of the Rams. The Rams offense stuttered, basically. They did not have a good game at all. Jared Goff just threw the ball horribly that game. But this is what I wanted to see out of the Rams. I wanted to see their defense come up and make plays, and they did that. Just the offense couldn't get it done, and that Bears defense is just so dominant.
Me and Brandon were right.
You guys were right. You guys were right, but it's weird because I feel more confident in the Rams after this game.
I don't, because if they face a defense like the Bears, which other than trying to think if there's anybody else in the NFC or NFC, Cowboys maybe. I just don't know because their defense, they were making plays, but against Trubisky, so I don't know. It's going to be tough. I think this helps the Bears though a lot. Like I think I could see them beating some good teams in the NFC.
Yeah,
if they play like they did.
We already saw them beating the Vikings. If the Vikings make the playoffs, we don't know now. The Vikings are struggling. But, I already saw them beating the Vikings, and then that means they would either go up against the Rams or Saints. We don't know who has the 1 seed now. But I still see them losing in those big games. But, Bears definitely impressed me. I'm not going to lie. I was wrong. Bears defense looks good. Speaking of Vikings, what's going on with the Minnesota Vikings? I don't get it. Lost to the Seahawks 21-7. It's not like Russell Wilson beat them. Had 72 yards.
They beat them with the run game, and the Vikings just aren't good, though.
No, they're not. I've been saying it from the beginning, and nobody believed me. The Vikings are not good.
I think what mixes all the what messes with all the teams that go up against the Seahawks is they run multiple running backs throughout.
They have a committee with Carson and Penny.
Yep. Yeah. And they switch them, and they both can't tell what kind of run game it's going to be.
They ran the ball 40-plus times that game. Yeah. You never see that in the NFL. Vikings defense isn't what it used to be. Vikings fired their offensive coordinator, John DeFilippo. Vikings
is overpaid.
They are regretting that signing. The Redskins knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
They franchised him, and they didn't want to pay him because they knew what kind of quarterback he was. He struggles.
Primetime game. He's 0-7 on Monday.
Horrible in big games. He chokes. Andy Dalton of the NFC. 100%. All right, that wraps up the Week 14 big games. Now we're going to head into the Week 15, and we're going to do it a little bit different this time. We're just going to do the big matchups, starting with the 10-3 Chargers taking on the 11-2 Kansas City Chiefs. What do you guys got in this matchup?
This is going to be a huge game for both teams. Trying to make a statement before the postseason. I honestly think the Chargers have a really good chance with their defense. Rivers, depending on how well he plays at Arrowhead, I don't know if I can trust Rivers, but I think if they get Melvin Gordon in there, they get him going on the very weak Chiefs defense. I've got the Chargers if Melvin Gordon plays. If he doesn't play, I think I'm going to lean more towards Kansas City.
I think I got the Chiefs going if Melvin Gordon plays or not, just because they're at Arrowhead. I think that stadium's going to be booming.
And Rivers never plays well at Arrowhead.
I've got the Chiefs winning too, no matter what.
The Chiefs have the Chargers number, plain and simple.
I just like how they're playing right now. Even if their defense is bad, Patrick Mahomes, man, when he's out on that field, I mean, all it takes is for that other team to just mess up, and Patrick Mahomes is going to take advantage of it.
And let's be honest, the Chargers' defense isn't even close to the Ravens' defense, so
That's
I think
true,
we're going to
yeah.
see a lot more offense in this game, and I have that leaning towards the Chiefs. So, next game, we got the 5-7-1 Browns taking on the 6-7 Broncos. I believe this is on Saturday. I think it's in London, right?
Yep.
I got the Browns winning this one. My Broncos team has just been riddled with injuries, and the Browns offense, Baker Mayfield looked amazing against the Panthers. I don't know if you saw some of the throws he was making, but
he looked really
that
good.
kid's a stud, and just plain and simple. And I think he's just going to dot up that Broncos defense that's absent of their number one corner, Chris Harris Jr. So that's what I think. Brandon, anything on the matchup?
This one's kind of a hard one for me. I think I'm going to lean more toward the Broncos on this one.
All right.
I just think that with Philip Lindsay, I mean, they can get that run game going early.
Mm-hmm.
They can get touchdowns out of him. I mean, I think it could be leading towards something.
Yeah. Definitely Philip Lindsay's a big factor.
Browns coming off a really good win against the Panthers, and Denver losing to San Francisco. But I think the Broncos are going to regroup behind their defense, try to slow Mayfield down, and get Lindsay going. I think I got Denver.
They're definitely gonna want to bounce back from losing to the 49ers. I have a feeling.
Yeah, that was just a pitiful performance, losing to Nick Mullins and
it's the Panthers that
Yeah.
the Browns beat. I mean,
Panthers.
they aren't looking
just
good at all
did
right now. They don't have
horrible.
any chemistry there.
All right, moving on to the next big game. We got the 8-5 Cowboys going up against the 7-6 Indianapolis Colts. I kind of have a little bit of an upset here. I have the Colts winning this one. I think Andrew Luck bounces back, and I don't know. I don't believe in Dak Prescott. It just comes down to he's a below-average quarterback. And do you guys think they're going to sign him to a big deal? Or do you think they're just going to...
After the last part of this season with Amari Cooper there, I kind of feel like they will.
I think it's a mistake if they do.
I do too, but also I think that it's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know.
Having Zeke and now Cooper too, it kind of covers up his poor play. So
Yeah, I get that.
I could see it happening, but
I really honestly cannot see Dak going to a different team for a while.
Kind of reminds me of a little bit of like Case Keenum last year, just a great all-around team around him and just covering up the below-average quarterback. Yeah, I got the Colts winning this one. What do you guys think?
Brandon,
you want to
I
go
got Cowboys on this one, honestly. I think with the fact that they've got Amari Cooper, they've got a Zeke, I mean, I think that's the two biggest right there, so I think that the Cowboys probably win this one.
Yeah.
I think the Dallas Cowboys, I think their defense against Andrew Luck, that'll be the deciding factor, how well they play against him. Oh, this is tough. I think I'm going to go with Dallas. They're coming off 5 straight wins. I think they've got it rolling now with Dak and Zeke and Cooper, and their defense is playing well. So I think I'm going to go with the Cowboys here. It's a huge game for both of them.
No, and I'm going to go ahead and speak to all Cowboys fans out there. You're not going to the Super Bowl. I don't want to hear any more about Cowboys and Super Bowl. I don't want to hear it. I'm sick of it. Michael Irvin, you hear that guy? We're going to the Super Bowl. We beat the Saints. We beat the freaking Eagles. No, you're not going anywhere. I'm sorry. You don't have the team. You don't have the quarterback. I just don't see it. But, yeah, they could definitely beat the Colts. But I have the Colts with Andrew Luck winning this one.
Should be good.
Yep. Another big game. Huge game for, honestly, kind of both teams. 5-7-1 Packers going up against the 9-4 Bears. This is my upset of the week. I got the Packers winning this one. And crazy stat: the Packers have not lost to the Bears in the Bears Stadium since 2010.
Wow.
So that's a place where Aaron Rodgers dominates. So I got them. I got the Packers winning this one. Offense looked a lot better with the absence of Mike McCarthy, and that's all I have to say about that one. Brandon, what do you got?
I think with the performance that Aaron Rodgers had the first game against the Bears, I think he could do it again. Mm-hmm. And I think I'm going to go with the Packers on this one.
I go with the Packers on this one. All right.
I'm going with the Bears just because of their defense. I think Rodgers is going to keep it close, though. But I think the Bears pull out a tough victory.
Yeah, no.
This will definitely be one of the games I will probably end up trying to watch.
Very good game. And this is huge for the Packers because, honestly, the Packers are still in it.
Very small playoff
hope, but honestly, if you look at what has to happen, it's very doable. So I'm going to be rooting for my Green Bay Packers, but it's going to be a tough game, definitely, with that Bears defense. Next big game, we got the 9-4 Patriots going up against the 7-5-1 Steelers. I have the Patriots winning this one, and I kind of changed it up. I kind of had the Steelers winning this one if James Conner plays, but I think I'm going Patriots either way. The Steelers are so dysfunctional, and the Patriots just own the Steelers.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going with.
I'm going to go with New England, too. They, like you said, they just own the Steelers.
It's kind of like the Chiefs with the Chargers.
Yeah, and Roethlisberger, with him kind of being hurt and kind of on the fence, and James Conner may or may not play. Yeah, the Steelers just aren't looking very good, so I'm going to go with the Patriots.
What do you got?
I need the Steelers to lose, so I need to go with the Patriots. With Houston being up there and the wild card right behind them. I mean, there's no way that I think another team will come in for the second, or for the next
seed, yeah.
Yeah, but just to make sure.
Yeah, Steelers, I think, are going to struggle in this game hard, and I think the Patriots are going to really want to come back after that Miami game. That was kind of embarrassing for them, honestly. All right, last matchup we're going to talk about, the 6-7 Eagles going up against the 11-2 Rams. I got the Rams winning this one, even though the Super Bowl MVP will be starting this game, Mr. Nick Foles. But I got the Rams winning this one. Rams are a more talented football team, and the Eagles' offense has just looked just horrible, and their defense is banged up. So I got the Rams winning this one.
I got the Rams winning this one as well. Yeah. The Eagles played a pretty good game against the Cowboys, I will say, but I don't think they have what it takes to beat the Rams.
I think the Rams bounce back after that loss.
Yeah, the Eagles are nothing like the Bears, so I've got the Rams by 20.
The Rams by 20? That's disrespectful.
The Nick Foles magic will not matter.
You're just mad at Nick Foles. Don't take it out on him. That's messed up.
No, but really, I think
I had it by 17.
It may be pretty close since the Eagles are still fighting for their playoff lives, but yeah, I've got the Rams.
It's kind of crazy how many teams that don't have good records are still in the playoff hunt.
Especially in the NFC.
Yeah, it's a good year. It's going to come down to the wire, and I'm really excited, but also kind of sad that football's getting close to ending.
It's gone by fast.
It's
3 games left.
Fast. And all right, any closing thoughts from you guys?
That's it.
I'm good.
Go Pats.
No, we're gonna go Pats. Go Packers.
Go Texans.
Go Texans against the Jets. Yeah, I'm real worried about that matchup. Come on. All right, that concludes it here at the BenchWarmers podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe to keep up with all of our content. We'll see you next time, guys.